Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So, time for supper. We are making taco pot pie. Sorry for the late start today. And for those of you that read the post, they are keeping Jack overnight. They think that he has a blood clot in his chest. So, he's not gotten into a room or anything yet, but he did call me and he said that to thank every one of you that is praying for him, to thank you, that he appreciates that. And if you guys could keep praying for him, he would really appreciate it. So, onward and upward for dinner. I feel better knowing that he's there because it's probably the safest place for him to be. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is it says we need a half a cup of diced onions. I'm just going to put a whole onion in there. Why not? We can because we can. You know, it reminds me I need to start a new bucket to put my veggies in so I can make veggie broth again sometime down the road. You guys, that veggie broth was so amazing. I mean, I still got all of it left except for the one, but yeah, that stuff was good. I'm so glad I listened to you guys. You guys are such good influence on me. Alright. Alrighty. Let's get all this chopped up. And I know it's not canned good week, but actually a lot of this is going to be from my canned goods. There is something from the freezer, and that's the pie crust. Remember, I got those up at the Amish store for 2 for $1. I think that's what I paid. For $1 a piece or something. I don't remember what it was, but anyway. So it calls for a pound of turkey, which I don't use turkey very often, but I do have taco meat that I've canned up. So we're going to use that. Get it all out of there. Oh, this smells so good. Smells so good. Now it calls for a cup of water, but I think the water is just because you're supposed to put, 2 packages of taco seasoning in it. But we'll see if we think it needs that or not. Alright. So I'm going to get those onions so that they cook down just a little bit. And then, well, hold on a second. Let's put everything else together. Might as well get everything else put together while we're waiting. Why not, huh? So it says to use a 15-ounce can of drained black beans, which those are mine. So it's 16 ounces, but it's okay. And corn. And a can of green chilies. So I'm doing stuff from the pantry too. This should have a nice little bite to it actually. And then remember I had some of those black olives left. We're going to use those up too. Let's get all those out. This way nothing goes to waste. Alrighty. Then it asks for a half a cup of diced tomatoes. But if you remember right, I had some diced tomatoes that it was too much to can. So I put those in the freezer and we're going to use those up today. Why not, right? Why not? And then let's get it mixed together. When I seen a taco pot pie, like I've heard of the chicken pot pies and all that, I was like, And it's Taco Tuesday, why not? Now if I leave everything in the bowl, that would be even better. So I've been looking up some canning recipes. And let me know if you guys want to see more canning. because my goal is to use up a lot of my jars. I told Tom, I says, well, I'm going to use up all the jars that I have. And he says, I don't know, you have a lot of them down there. And actually, I just got 2 more cases today. Courtney's mom and her were returning my cans, my jars, and, well, Courtney broke them by accident. So she ordered me 2 more dozen jars. So now I'm going to use that pie crust. I took it out of the freezer and I let it set out for a few minutes so that maybe it'd soften up just a little bit. You could make your own pie crust. But I do have those that I bought up there on, you know, clearance, and they were so cheap that, you know, if you buy stuff like that and you can find it really cheap, you know, if you put it in the freezer, it'll last for a long, long, long time. Now I did spray a little bit on the bottom of my pan so that the pie doesn't stick when we get ready to take it out. Alright, now I'm going to add that to the hamburger so we can get everything kind of warmed up together. Oh my. This looks really good, you guys. Hold on, I'll bring you down here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Jack even said, I'm going to miss that taco stuff, aren't I? I'm like, yeah, you are. I'm sorry. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, I'm just going to let it warm up for just a little bit. My oven's preheated to 425, and I'll be back and let's put this together. Now, if I'd read directions, it also said to add 8 ounces of cheddar-jack cheese. I'd say that's about 8 ounces. Harder to measure if you, you know, do your own. This looks like it's going to be too much for that pie. And you know, if that's the case, if it's too much for your pie, save it, what you got left, put it into an airtight container, put it in your freezer, and you could use it later for nachos or tacos or whatever you wanted to use it for. Alright. Gonna let that cheese melt a little bit and then I'll be back. Alright, so let's get this scooped in. I'll pour it in when it gets a little bit lighter. I don't feel like spilling it all over the place. This is going to be a really full pie. Look at that. See if I can get you down low enough to see that. Alright. Actually, I think it's going to fit it all in there. It's going to be really full. But I think it's going to fit it all in there. Look at that. Oh, ho, 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 ho. There's a little bit juice left. I don't know if that's going to hurt it or not. Let's hope not. I think I might put another pan underneath of it just in case it does, you know, boil over or whatever. It says you can use sour cream and cilantro and salsa, anything you want to use to cover it, you know, once you serve it. Now, you know, with my pies, I tuck under. They're not pretty pies, but they're tasty. Yeah, I got a little bit of juice coming out already. I should have maybe cooked it down a little bit longer. I'm not sure. Bad thing about never making, you know, something beforehand, you don't know how well it's going to turn out. Nothing, you know what I mean? So let's put it on this pan. So if it does go over, it's going over on the pan and not the bottom of my oven. And then it smokes forever. And then, I know this is a big knife, but that's what I had out. We're going to just cut some cuts on the top of it and let it vent. Now it's going to go in that 425 degree oven. It says for 30 minutes. But you want to check your, you know, crust. See if it's done. You don't want to serve doughy crust. So that's the best, from as far as I know, how to test it is to make sure the crust is done. So I think it's going to be delicious though. It looks really good. So I'll be back when it gets done. Alright, so dinner is done. Tom's partially wet. That storm is hitting us again. Look at that. I'm a bad pie taker-outer, so it's a mess. But I guarantee it still tastes good.
I guarantee it probably does too.
Alright, take a bite.
Mmm.
What do you think?
I think it deserves another bite.
What do you think?
It's good. Real good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I got pie in my tummy.
Taco pie, baby. That is really good.
That's good.
Anyway, so a couple days ago, what is it, ground chuck or
Woodchuck.
woodchuck? There's a woodchuck that lives underneath the Jack's shed, and he comes and I watched him like sitting on his hind legs, and he was eating my leaves off of my carrots, and well, he did away on my peppers too, but so they said that the neighborhood dog got him. And I know they're destructive and whatever, but he was so cute because he just sat there. He was cute, you gotta admit, right?
Yeah.
Well, I came home from taking the grandkids to daycare and school today, and he was in my garden. He had a little tiny tomato, and he was sitting there just eating away. And then he was so cute, he burrowed down in looking for another red one, knocked it off, picked it up, and ate it again. So I'm going to leave a picture at the end of my little...
I told you he would eat my tomatoes. They weren't rotting off the vine, they were getting eaten off the vine.
Tom was going to pick tomatoes off today, but, well, I don't think the weather's going to allow for that. We got it really bad this morning. I was taking the kids to, Emmy to daycare, and then it was bad, and then coming back it was really bad. Like, I had to go like 40 miles an hour. We pulled up, here comes the bus on the way back. And then tonight, it was just like coming down, the wind was blowing, the neighbor took down his flags and everything else. I'm not going out there to take no flags down, so. But,
Our flag's not even moving.
well, now it's calmed down. So hopefully the worst of it's gone through. But anyways, so I'll put a picture of him. He's cute. I'll put him in the front of the video or the end or something. And I know he's destructive, but he's really cute. I like how he just... Well, it's not like you've gotten out there to pick them all. He might
Somebody gotta eat them.
Somebody's got to eat them. I even told my neighbor across the street, I said, hey, Norma, if you need any tomatoes, red, yellow, green, go ahead and take whatever you want. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, come take them. So it's getting towards the end of the season, so, you know, people might as well use them.
We canned quite a few quarts.
Yeah. We're going to can some more.
A lot of pints.
I got a 2-gallon bag, a gallon bag, and a starting with another gallon bag cut up, plus the ones around the porch and the ones that you picked tomorrow night.
So we're going to try that V8 juice?
Maybe. I don't know yet. But anyways, thanks for coming along with us. I'll keep you updated on Jack, whatever I find out. And hopefully he won't be in the hospital too long. They can just give him medicine so he can come home. He called and he says, I won't be able to help you tomorrow. And I'm like, no doubt. Because he usually goes with me and the kids in the morning. So, but anyways, thanks for watching. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing. And goodbye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.